Hi, my name is Justin. This is Nooks Cooks. Today I'm going to be cooking vegetable lumpia. So let's start. Before we get started, I just wanted to clarify that even though these are called vegetable lumpia, they are not vegetarian and they're definitely not vegan. There's ground pork, there's shrimp, there's a chicken bouillon cubes, and if you take a look at the lumpia wrapper ingredients, there are egg whites. I suppose you can make a version where you remove the meat and you have a substitute for the chicken bouillon cube and it would still turn out delicious. So if you do try that, let me know in the comments how that turned out. I'd love to know how that is. So lumpianggulay, sorry, that's kapangpangan. Gulay meaning vegetable. In Tagalog, lumpianggulay is what these are called. I've previously made a video about Lumpiang Shanghai, and you can check that out right here. You know, there's not really much to say about it. It's a fried spring roll. It's a Filipino spring roll, and let's get started. Okay, here are all the ingredients for the lumpia filling, starting with the ground pork, shrimp, green beans, cabbage, carrots, onion, garlic, red potatoes. We have the chicken bouillon cubes, and lastly, what makes lumpia lumpia are the lumpia wrappers. For the vegetable lumpia, I'm going to be making a sauce to go along with it, known as a Sawsawan in Tagalog or tiltilan in Kapampangan, made with cane sugar vinegar, garlic, and freshly ground black pepper. I start by quartering and shredding a head of cabbage. This head of cabbage was pretty big and I ended up using about 3/4 of it, which might seem like a lot, but it cooks down a lot. I cut off the ends of the green beans and thinly slice them. Peel carrots and cut off the ends. You could buy some pre-shredded carrots, though I like to shred them in the food processor myself. Peel red potatoes. And I wasn't happy with how I cut the first one into cubes, so here it is on the second potato. As a reminder, just like any ingredient, it's important to cut everything evenly so everything cooks evenly. Peel and dice an onion. Minced garlic. Dice up shrimp into small pieces. gently separate out the lumpia wrappers. Because I was filming, I accidentally left these out at room temperature for a little bit too long without a bag, and they started to dry out and get brittle. So if you are doing this, make sure to leave them in the fridge once they're thawed out. Bring a pot of water to a boil and add in the cubed potatoes. You want the potatoes to become the consistency where you can just bite them, but not enough that they're fork tender, because these are going to be cooked again in the lumpia wrapper and you don't want mashed potatoes. Add enough neutral oil to line a pan. Cook the onions until they're translucent. All the following cooking steps are going to be at medium to medium-high heat. Add in garlic and cook until fragrant but not burned. Add in the ground pork and break it up and cook until it's brown and no longer pink. At each step, I add a little bit of kosher salt, that way I build the seasoning and flavor. Now add in the shrimp and cook until it's pink. Add in the sliced green beans and a splash of water, maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons, that way it can steam up and soften the green beans. Cover the pan for about 2 to 3 minutes to soften the green beans. At this point, you should be able to bite through the green beans, but they shouldn't be soft. Add in the shredded carrots and mix them in and cook for about a minute or 2. Add in the shredded cabbage in batches. At first it might look like a lot, but it cooks down a lot, so eventually it's going to be manageable, trust me. I started to remove some of the stray large pieces of cabbage that made their way in. Those won't make for nice bites in the lumpia. Once all the cabbage has been mixed in and cooked down, I add in 1 chicken bouillon cube. Give it a taste and season as needed, and your filling is nearly done. Oil and water do not go well together, so I'm going to take the lumpia filling and put it in a colander over a bowl and push out all the excess moisture. This is good because if you have all that moisture in there, you can get some soggy lumpia, and better yet, it could be really dangerous if you have too much liquid going into the frying oil. To finish out the filling, I add in the cooked potatoes and mix it all together. To wrap the lumpia, you add about 1.5 tablespoons of the filling and add it to the center of the lumpia wrapper. Fold up the bottom, fold in the sides, and wrap it and roll it up. And then use some water to seal it in. Now to prepare the dipping sauce. These measurements don't have to be exact. I have about half a cup of cane sugar vinegar, and I add 1 to 2 teaspoons of minced garlic cloves and finish it off with freshly cracked black pepper. You can even make this spicy if you want by adding sliced chilies. In a shallow frying pan, I add vegetable oil and heat up to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I like to keep the oil rather shallow, that way the lumpia don't float around and I can control them better. Keep an eye on the lumpia while they're frying and move them around as needed so you have an even golden browning around there without them burning. This will take anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes, and after you're done, when you pull them out, you want to put them on a plate lined with paper towels to absorb any of that excess oil. Okay, the vegetable lumpia is ready and it's time to taste it. Okay, we have our tiltilan or Sawsawan here. So there's two ways I like to eat it. The first is I'll just bite off the top. Forgot to say, mga tamo, let's eat. I'll take the vinegar and I'll pour it directly into the lumpia. The second way, I'll take my fork and open it up, and then I'll take the vinegar and put it inside, like that. Rotate it. Ready? That vinegar is so nice, cutting through all the vegetables and the lumpia wrapper. If you remember, or if you've watched my okra video, you can watch that right here. This is the same vinegar sauce that I use, and I think it just goes well with so many things, especially fried foods. Hi everyone, thanks for watching. If there's anything you want me to cook next, leave a comment down below and let me know what you want to see. And remember to like and subscribe. Peace!